What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps downtown Detroit. Which, I mean, what can I say? It's always a wonderful time in downtown Detroit. It's always a fun place to walk. This may be my number one place to get my steps in. It's just always good vibes. It's beautiful. There really is nothing bad that I can say about it. And shout out to you guys for watching this. My new subscribers, my OG subscribers. I'm very grateful for you all. Thank you for jumping along with me on this road to 5,000 by the end of the year. Now let's jump into the topic at hand. These PPP loans, they not letting them slide. For those of you that scammed your way into one of these PPP loans, I'm sorry to be the one to inform you, they are not letting it slide. During COVID, during the pandemic or scamdemic or plandemic, depending on who you are, you call it one thing or another. But during that whole weird time period where they were making us stay inside while they were on golf courses, they were making us stay inside while they were still having their eyes wide shut parties. They were making us stay inside while they were still doing the yacht get-togethers. They were still making money while they were telling you you couldn't open your small business, and it ended up going belly up because you weren't making any money, but those bills tied to running your business were still piling up. That whole situation. A lot of people were scamming, and the PPP loan was one of the easy scams out there. Now, there were a few other scams. People was scamming the whole, the unemployment. You had people thought they was balling with that unemployment, man. You had people, they was getting more money from that than they ever did working a job. So they was moving different. Nike and Amazon, I can only imagine what them stocks look like during that time period, because people was balling. All right, the shoe market still ain't got right after that. All right, the shoe market got so stupid because we know black folks don't try to get no deals. Black folks just pay whatever the price is and don't try to negotiate anything like that, because black folks be so worried about looking broke. I don't have that problem. I'm negotiating. I want a better price. What can you do for me? Certain things I'm not gonna skip on the price. But we talking about things that I don't have to have. Some clothes and shoes. Nah, I'm sorry. We doing sales. But you had people doing these PPP loans claiming they had a business and employees and all that sort of stuff. So, what did you get? You had a lot of people that were getting these loans. They were for like $4,000. Not $4,000. They were for $40,000. And around that time, rumor had it that they could be forgiven, but then something ended up happening where that wasn't exactly the case. I don't know if that honestly ever was the case, or if that was just misinformation that was spread like wildfire, because people love to spread misinformation. But when they started looking to collect back, and people, they stuff wasn't looking right, the numbers wasn't looking right, the papers wasn't looking right, because listen, they went over this stuff with a fine-tooth comb when it was time to file taxes. When tax season came, they hired a ton of people, and they said they were going to be really scrutinizing people's tax refunds. And I believe that's how a lot of these people with the PPP loans got exposed when it came time to file them taxes. So when they was looking to collect that money back or look for some sort of payment, or they just like, you never qualified for this in the first place, this was acquired fraudulently, people, They ain't had that money, man. They had already spent it. They had already used it for a down payment on a G-Wagon or something else ridiculous. They already went out and used it to buy a Hellcat, or they went and they spent it on a bunch of trips, something of this nature. It was always something ridiculous. And they were doing the Fed's homework for them, because they were oftentimes flexing on IG the things that they were spending the money on. So it was real easy to put two and two together of what they did with it, because they were telling them themselves. That's the age that we in, man. People do stupid stuff and then they post it on social media, basically exposing themselves. But it now became a influx of single moms that were begging posts on what was that site? GoFundMe. They were making a bunch of begging posts on GoFundMe, trying to panhandle strangers to give them money to pay back the PPP loans, because they're like, oh, I can't go to jail, my kids need me. Because I guess they believe that if they could just pay back the loan, that they wouldn't be prosecuted. That's not necessarily true. It's very possible that you will still go to jail and be required to pay back that loan. Just because you can be like, oh, I have the money. It's like when a person gets caught stealing and they now suddenly want to pay for the item that they was trying to boost. It don't work that way. You should have paid for it when you had the opportunity to. You tried to boost it instead. So now they're not interested in taking your money. They now want to prosecute you. So you have women out here trying their hardest to get perfect strangers to give them funds. Some of it was working, but they weren't getting anywhere near the money that they needed to make the loan whole. So some skated off then, some got prosecuted, some skated off then. I'm here to let y'all know none will be skating off. They have made it very clear, because they've been prosecuting more people recently. They've made it very clear they're not letting anybody get off with that. They are going to prosecute people who were taking advantage of this and posting fraudulent applications. I remember I knew somebody who was trying to convince me to do that, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not hard up for money to where I need to do something like that, or even consider doing something like that. Absolutely not. And she was like really urging me to do this. She even offered to fill it out for me, and when I get the loan, give her a percentage or something like that. I had to stop talking to her, man, because I'm just like, look, you trying to talk me into doing something that is going to get me in trouble just so you can make a few dollars off of it. Absolutely not. And this is what I be telling y'all, man. Some of these people around you, they do not have your best interests at heart. They never have, they never will. And you have to be able to identify that. So don't be out here doing goofy stuff for people's approval. Don't let people talk you into doing something that's gonna get you in trouble, because they always try to sell you the stupid idea. That's one of those, you can see over there, that's one of those pedal bars. It's a mobile bar, and they get out pedaling. They usually have music going when they do those. They didn't have any music going now. But as I was saying, they usually are going to try to sell you the bad idea in the form of looking out for you. Oh, I'm just trying to look out for you. You could be making this money. You could be making that money. You're not doing anything else. Nah. Never, ever, ever, ever. I mean, ever fall for that sort of stuff. You going to get jammed up. Never, ever, ever allow anybody to talk you into doing something that's going to get you in trouble. I don't care how enticing they try to make it. Don't ever do it. You will regret it. You gonna get screwed. Right? When you do this stupid stuff, it's you that's the one that's gonna get prosecuted for it, not them. They don't have anything to do with it. When the feds come knocking on your door, you can't be like, oh, such and such is the one who talked me into doing it. They're not trying to hear that, because you had a choice and you chose unwisely. So those PPP people, sorry for you. It's only a matter of time before somebody gonna reach out to you, and it's not looking good. I'm glad that I'm not one of those people. See, the thing is, I don't be looking to scam. That's why I never get caught up in stuff like this. I don't be looking to scam. I'm just trying to do me, man. I'm just trying to take care of my family, live a good life. I'm not really looking to scam anybody, so you just ain't gonna catch your boy up in no stuff like this, man. You never gonna hear about me like, oh, yo, the feds is coming after me because of this and that, because I ain't doing it, man. I'm gonna go through here, this section with the trees. They have this year around, but when it's this time of year, they normally decorate these, I don't even think they real. Nope, they're not real. They normally decorate these with Christmas lights this time of year. As I were. Y'all not gonna catch me in this stuff, as I was saying, man. Never. You're never gonna catch me in this stuff. It's not gonna happen. I just want to live a good life, and that's that. So, shout out to those of you that's like me. You just want to live a good life. You don't want to be out here scamming. Oh, we got people at a red light honking at others. People so impatient, man. I guess that's all that really needs to be said. I'm not out here scamming. I'm not gonna be scamming. I don't recommend y'all do it either. Don't end up like these PPP loan people that's about to be on their way to doing some Fed time, all because they wanted to flex on social media with a G-Wagon and other goofy stuff that they really didn't need. Just don't do it, man. It's never, ever worth it. I'm gonna leave it there. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for connecting with me. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.